But then your cell door opens.
Wouldn't be the
It's
first
not a
time.
guard. It's someone else. Someone you don't recognize. They're wearing a uniform, but something is wrong. They step inside and quickly close the door behind them. You start to speak, but they move fast. You don't have time to react.
Your life at every level of the Illuminati.
You're at rock bottom. Your bank account shows negative $400. You lost your job 3 months ago. There's an eviction notice taped to the door. You have 3 days.
What the hell when I'm
You have
talking
no
about
friends, no family, and your credit cards are maxed
Come in my
out.
chat.
You have nothing left. You're done. You open your mailbox. There's just one heavy envelope, but it has no address. You open it. Inside is a single card. Purpose and prosperity await if you give yourself up completely. Send a message to this phone number if you are ready. You stare at it. This is insane. It's probably a scam, but you have nothing left to lose. You send the message and go to sleep. Level 2, The Apprentice. You wake up.
Feel like they find you when you're doing your shit for real. When they be like, oh, that nigga got potential, he about to do some shit.
The next morning, there's an email in your inbox.
That's me.
It's from Goldman Sachs. They're offering you a job, junior analyst.
Trying to be a model.
But you never
Trying to
apply.
do this, trying to do
You
that.
don't even have a finance degree. The email says you start tomorrow. You show up, and you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah,
But
whatever you
every
want.
time you're stuck, your phone buzzes. It's a message from an unknown number. It tells you exactly what to do, which reports to read, which meetings to attend, which executives to impress. You follow the instructions, and you rise fast. 6 months in, you're already getting promoted. Your coworkers hate you. They think you're kissing up, but they have no idea you're being controlled by the Illuminati. 1 year in, you're
just
making
a member.
$300,000. You buy a car, a watch, and a nice apartment in Manhattan. You're not struggling anymore. You're thriving. But late at night, your phone buzzes again. New instructions. The message from your contact is cold. Remember who built you. Remember who owns you. Level 3, The Spy. You get a
Nobody.
text. It's an
What you
invitation.
talking about?
A charity gala at the Plaza Hotel. Black tie. You're not important enough to be invited to something like this. But your name is on the list, and you go. The room is full of power. Senators, CEOs, old money families. You're told to mingle. You meet a congressman's daughter. She's 26. Harvard Law. She likes you. You exchange numbers. You meet for coffee, then drinks, and eventually dinner. She talks. You listen. She tells you about her father's Congress work, about the bills he's pushing, about the donors who are pressuring him. You take mental note, and you report everything back. The unknown number replies, "Good work. We are very impressed." Your phone buzzes with new instructions. Attend this event. Befriend this person. Ask about this topic. You're not selling stocks anymore. You're collecting confidential information. You're building a network. You're a node in a system you don't fully understand, but you're moving up fast. Level 4, The Insider. You're the vice president of investment strategy at Goldman Sachs now. You have an office with a view, you have your own team of secretaries, you have direct access to the senior partners. Your phone buzzes constantly now. The messages are more specific. More
dropped you.
buy these stocks
They kick your ugly ass out. And you trying to act like I was ever in that. Nigga, stop playing with me.
before the announcement.
Isn't that what
Sell
it
these
say?
before the crash. Steer this deal towards this outcome. You're not just gathering information
You
anymore.
wanna come on this
You're
side
acting
because
on it.
4K chick
You're
kick him
insider
out.
trading on a massive scale, and you're manipulating markets.
You welcome to.
You make a recommendation in a meeting, the firm follows it,
Come
and
on,
3 days later,
bitch.
the market moves exactly as predicted.
You
You
not
make the
4KT,
firm
no
$100
more
million,
stop trying to do the
and you
fucking
pocket
Baby
$2
Joe
million for
method.
yourself.
He said
No
the
one
Baby
questions
Joe
how you
method,
knew.
nigga.
They think you can predict the future
What's the
or
Baby
something.
Joe
But your
method?
contacts tell you what's going to happen before it
said
happens.
the Baby
You're not
Joe
working for
method.
Goldman. You're working for the Illuminati. You've never met them in person. You don't know their names, but you follow their orders. You trigger crashes, create rallies, you build generational wealth during this chaos. You also engineered to crash the tech sector last week. Billions of dollars shifted. Thousands of people lost their retirement savings, but you slept fine. You bought a penthouse in Malibu. You drive a Bentley, and you
Oh.
just got invited to Davos. You've become an asset, and a very important one. Level 5, The Ghost. Your phone rings. It's not a text this time, it's a call. The voice is old, authoritative. Powerful. You've been selected for a new assignment. Politics. You're being pulled out of finance. You're now a campaign strategist. They give you a name, Senator Richard Ashford. He's running for re-election in Ohio. He's been a member for 12 years, and the Illuminati need him. You receive a wire transfer, $15 million. Completely untraceable. Your job is simple. Make him win. You move to Columbus to meet the senator. He knows who you really work for. He's been one of them for years. You rebuild his campaign from the ground up. You hire the best consultants. You buy television ads in every market. And you run brutal attacks against his opponent. You hit him hard and dig up the dirt. An affair from 20.
Nah. I don't know shit about Iran. I don't have nobody to talk to in Iran.
Adin that fat nigga what a body slammed Cam AHH.
Years ago, a drunk driver
Nigga got his pistol, a taser took from his hip. Now we all in danger. Fuck is you talking about? You should have.
arrest that was buried, and
I
you leak
did
it
that.
all to the press. The senator's opponent is destroyed. And on election night, Ashford wins by a landslide. You get a message. Well done. 2 weeks later, you're given another name. A gubernatorial race in
Nigga was
Florida.
crying
Then a
yesterday.
congressional race in Nevada. You're
Who's
not
crying?
running just one campaign. You're running 6. You are a ghost. Your name never appears in public filings, but you're shaping elections across the country. You're installing senators,
Me? What I was
governors,
crying for? How I was
congressmen. They all owe their careers to you, which means they all owe their careers to the Illuminati.
Thanks. When I was
Level
crying.
6, the Puppet Master. Your candidate just
What I
won
was
the
crying about.
presidency, but your job isn't over. You draft the legislation that they introduce, voting
was your bitch
guidelines,
ass
tax
crying?
codes. You're not writing speeches anymore. You're
When
writing
I was
the law.
crying. Show me when
A
I was
bill
crying.
passes in Texas that privatizes part of the state's energy grid. The Illuminati own the companies
it
that
was
win the
something about
contracts.
YB not
A bill
answering
passes
you
in
no more.
Pennsylvania that changes regulations.
femboy.
Labor costs drop. Your friends make millions. You are invisible, but your impact is national. Hundreds of millions of people are feeling the effects of decisions you're making in back rooms and private dinners.
Them
You're
boys
also
crazy.
invited to a compound in Montana. It's your first in-person meeting. There are 12 people in the room.
Talk
You
about why
recognize
wasn't
3 of them.
answering no
A
more.
former Secretary of State, a billionaire tech founder, and a media mogul. They don't introduce themselves. They don't need to. They tell you you're doing excellent work. They tell you you're ready for the next phase. International operations. Level 7, the Shadow. You're not in politics anymore. You're in intelligence. Mossad, the CIA, MI6. You don't work for these agencies, you work with them. You coordinate classified operations that change history forever. You're given a country, hypothetically, let's say Venezuela. The president is not cooperating. He's nationalizing oil assets and he's threatening to sell oil to China. But this is unacceptable. You coordinate a regime change. You don't fly to Venezuela. You make phone calls, you arrange meetings, you
Nigga
move
called
money.
you a
$10
gamer.
million to opposition
Damn a
groups,
hermaphrodite.
$5 million to
You a
military generals
hermaphrodite.
willing
The fact
to
you know how to
defend,
spell
$2
that,
million to journalists to
you be
spread
using
the
that
right
word too
narratives.
often.
You orchestrate protests, create food shortages by disrupting supply chains. You make the country
gamer.
unstable. And you make the
without
president
the mirror.
look weak. 6 months later, there's a coup. The president flees and a new leader takes power. A leader who's been on your payroll for 3 years now. You've just orchestrated the transfer of $30 billion in wealth. You're not a
Damn you,
spy.
a gamer
You're a
nigga.
coordinator of
Just
chaos.
sound it out.
And you are extremely good at it. Level 8, the Supreme
forgot you
Magus.
can't read.
You're not just powerful now, you're mythical. You're a near godlike figure within
You're
the
right.
Illuminati. You're one of the
That's how
12.
TTS sound.
You have a title, Supreme Magus,
I'ma
and
get
you
my
wield
nigga Adin to shoot
unbelievable
at you.
power. You foresee trends, alter destinies, and even own an island in the Caribbean. Not a vacation home,
I'm
though.
gonna pay him more to backdoor you.
Compound. You fly powerful guests there. Princes, presidents, billionaires. They come for the parties, the luxury, the secrecy. But you're recording everything. Every conversation. Every
He
compromising
ain't even gonna
moment.
kill you. He's gonna leave
Every
your shit
dark
empty.
indulgence. You have the footage. You have the leverage. These people are now yours forever. They will vote the way you tell them to vote. They will pass the laws you tell them to pass. They will make the deals you tell them to make. Or the footage
Cam, when
goes
can I
public.
join 6K?
You don't threaten them directly. You don't need to. Everyone knows. But there's a
Y'all
problem.
all a part of it. At
Investigations
Rico.
into you are beginning. A journalist in Miami is asking questions about your island.
Didn't you just
about
come
the
back
flight
with, like,
logs, about the guests. The
13
FBI has
kilo?
opened a preliminary inquiry. It's
That
nothing
FBI.
serious. Not yet.
No, I'm not. I'm
But it's a
4
crack in
KT.
the armor. You make a phone call, and the journalist's editor kills the story. The FBI
You got
agent
something
leading
for
the
your ass,
inquiry
man.
is reassigned. You've been protected. For now. Level 9. The architect. You don't just advise the order anymore. You enforce
Jump
its
me
will.
in chem so I
The
get
company
beat you
isn't
up.
cooperating. They won't adopt the laws the order wants. You don't ask twice. You tank their stock. You call in their loans. You destroy their reputation.
Who say
Within a
jump me in
month,
so I
they're
can get
begging
beat
for
up?
mercy. You give them new terms, and they gladly accept. A
he
politician
said
is
so I get to
resistant,
beat
but
you
you
up.
don't
Why
debate
beat?
him. You have a spy in his office.
Bro, I do not know that, man. We not beef. We gonna act like we gonna jump him in, but he's still not gonna be in.
You know about his
We
mistress,
just gonna beat
and
his
you
ass
have
for no
many
reason.
juicy recordings. You even know about the offshore account. So, you send him a folder. No message inside, just the evidence. He changes his vote the very next day. You operate from your mansion in Palm Beach now. You host gatherings where the most powerful people in the world sit in your living room. They drink your wine, they discuss the future, and they make deals in secret. You also
Sax's
know
store
that
runner.
federal agents are watching your mansion and they're building a case against you. But you're not concerned.
He cool with
The
that
Illuminati's
too.
connections
Ain't that
run
right, say?
deep. Judges, prosecutors, directors. You have no fear. You are untouchable. Level 10,
Didn't try to
the
be 4KT,
Illuminated.
I know, Baby
You're
Joe,
blackmailing
and then Tent and
entire
Yum Cam used
countries
to get
now.
his ass
A
beat
country
by
needs a
YB,
loan,
that's why he
you give it
started
to
his
them.
own gang.
But there are conditions, favors, deals, bribes that need to be made to benefit your network. They refuse, the loan is denied. Their economy collapses and their currency crashes. Then they come back begging
Well,
and
I
they
can't
accept
never
all
say
the
he beat my
conditions.
ass.
You've
Stop
just
it.
enslaved an entire nation, economically speaking. You have spies everywhere, in governments, in corporations, in media organizations. You have blackmail on every politician who matters. But there's a new problem. Betrayal from within. One of the 12 is
YB
talking.
used to
You
steal
don't know
Cam's
who,
lunch
but
money.
there are leaks. Federal eyes are watching your every
He didn't go to
move.
school though.
The gatherings you
How?
host, the people who attend. You're still protected. The network is strong.
Bitch
The
dropped
walls are closing in. Level 11,
Yes,
the
he
Grand
did.
Master. You control vast
He dropped out of
networks
middle
now.
school.
You don't manage one country. You manage continents. From your island, you dictate shifts in influence. You move billions of dollars, you topple governments, and you install new ones. You host summits where leaders fly in from all over the world. They meet in secret. They plan wars. They plan peace.
He went to the
they
same
plan the
middle
future.
school as
And
you.
the world has no
You
idea.
What
can't
middle
drop
school?
out
Millions
till
of
16
people
up
live
here.
their lives completely unaware that you're pulling the strings. You
Really?
decide
And
which
he used
technologies get
dyslexia,
released,
lil
which
pussy
ones
ass.
stay hidden.
You can drop out
You
of
decide which famines happen and which ones get relief.
yeah.
You are playing a game
trying
with
to
the
see shit on
entire
here.
planet as the chessboard, and you've never felt more powerful. But the police are closing in.
Bust
the
out
FBI,
it. He used to
Interpol.
flex.
They're
Yo, little
building a
pussy
case.
ass. He
Money
still be
laundering,
flexing.
human trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy. But you're not worried. The Illuminati's connections will keep you safe. Senators, judges, agency
shit right,
directors,
yeah.
they're all on your payroll. You've
ain't
been here
fair,
before.
But
You've survived interrogations. You'll survive this one
too
too.
weird for that.
You went
Level
to
12,
Capitol Middle.
the eye at the peak. You engineer
Yeah.
pandemics. You create resource shortages.
That eye?
You orchestrate
Cam, why you cover up
disasters.
the
A lab in
4KT
China
chat?
needs funding. You provide it.
I got one tattoo.
The research is dangerous, but it's necessary for the next
And it
phase.
don't say
A
4K.
virus escapes. Maybe it's an accident, or maybe it's not. The world shuts down. Economies collapse and governments
Fact, you
seize
had
emergency
YB face
powers.
tatted.
You provide them with vaccine contracts, tracking systems, and digital currencies. And you make sure to profit as
covered
much
it
as
up.
possible from the crisis
covered it with that
you've
tat.
created. Billions of lives are disrupted and millions die. But the strategic goal has been achieved. Wealth is consolidated, power is
How is that a
centralized.
cover-up?
Control is
How the
tightened.
fuck is that a
but
cover-up?
As you're sitting in your mansion watching
It's a
the news,
cover up from some
you hear it.
scars.
Sirens, helicopters, your security team is shouting. The front door explodes open. FBI, Interpol, US Marshals. Before long, you're in handcuffs, tossed into the back of a car. You're being arrested. Level 13, the fallen angel. You're in a cell. You're in the Metropolitan Correctional Center, Manhattan. Maximum security. You're not with the general population. You're isolated, protected. Your lawyers are the best in the
What are
world.
you
They're
watching?
filing motions. They're calling in favors. Judges are
Every
being
level-
contacted. Prosecutors are being pressured.
Your life has every
You'll be
level
out
of
in
the
Cam used
maybe
Illuminati.
Red
days.
beam
The
going
trial will
through
be a
your window.
sham. The jury will be
Probably.
bribed.
They won't
Witnesses will be
squeeze, though.
threatened.
Pussy.
You've seen this before. You've orchestrated
They
this
pussy if
before.
they don't
You're
squeeze.
calm. You're
Just a
confident.
bean?
But then your cell door opens.
Wouldn't be the
It's
first
not a
time.
guard. It's someone else. Someone you don't recognize. They're wearing a uniform, but something is wrong. They step inside and quickly close the door behind them. You start to speak, but they move fast. You don't have time to react. It's over.
That's them
The
4KG
Illuminati
niggas.
protects its own until it doesn't. You served your purpose. Now your time is
You said that's
up.
them 4K trade niggas.
Kobe story, you have any?
G fucking G's.
Better know what you're doing when you're going on that mission. I know professional shooters and I get them niggas pissed. But for that drill, they walk down. My young niggas most so sick. I try to teach this bitch a lesson. That little bitches wouldn't rinse. I tired of lectures. Now I'm sending all these hoes to the tip. I put my city on loose swag. Little bitch, check out my invention. When BR niggas get a bag, we heading straight to the dick. I'ma put some diamonds in my dick. Reach for my jewelry, I leave you crazy.